everyone, MTast here, and I wanted to talk about the Bungie Weekly Update, and more specifically, the maps and modes being changed for the Crucible, because I think this is actually a very good thing for the game. There are a lot of maps in this game that I don't love, and there are a lot of game modes in this game that I think don't play very well on the maps, are slow, are campy, or maybe annoying, or they're just stealing players from the bigger and more popular playlists. That's an issue when the player base is lower, and I think that these changes are going to be well received from everyone. If you don't know what the Destiny Content Vault is, there is some content that's being thrown in there. You can actually go to the Bungie Weekly Update, the TWAB, and go click on this and you can learn more. But essentially, they're taking old content, they're adding it to the vault, and they'll revisit it most likely later on. They can add it, they can change it, but it is going away. So there are certain maps, there's some strikes here like the Pyramidion, Festering Core, Savathun's Song. These are going away and won't be available in-game. But the big thing that I wanted to talk about is down here further. We are moving a ton of maps into the DCV, the Destiny Content Vault, and most of them are pretty terrible maps and disliked maps. Vostok is getting moved, one of the most hated maps in the game if I had to poll players. Legion's Gulch has major balance issues as well as just flow issues, and that is getting vaulted. Firebase Echo, one of the worst balanced maps and overall maps in the game. Eternity is going away, Equinox is going away. Okay, Emperor's Respite, this has issues as well with balance and the flow of the map. Citadel, terribly balanced map. Boys, there are so many maps on this list that are going away, and I'm actually really excited about it. Now, when you added the Go Fast update into the game and you make different classes move faster, once you add Special back into the game and there's sniper angles and shotgun lanes and more fusion rifles available, a lot of these maps broke. They don't function properly because of this change. Also, some of them were built for 4v4, and they don't work in 6v6. Maybe there's too many people on the map, it gets bogged down, there's too many multi-kills and orbs being generated, there's too many people, hovering around and contesting heavy, there's points that are very hard to get to on some maps and control long term. There's a lot of different reasons why the maps don't feel great, but most of the ones that are on here do not get a lot of playtime, aren't loved by the community, and I'm hoping and praying that maybe they can just return with some different areas maybe opened up on the map or changed or some angles or whatever it might be. Because some of them are cool. Honestly, I love the aesthetic of Emperor's Respite or Respite. But this is going away too because it's on the Leviathan, and I can understand why some of them are going away. It might not even be because the maps are trash. There's a couple on here that I don't mind, like Solitude, it's not the best, but I personally have fun playing it from time to time. Retribution, I don't hate it. I don't hate this map. I actually kind of like Retribution. But I think that a lot of these, they're not great. So I'm thinking they're going to fix them. But you can also see that a lot of them are tied to the Destiny Content Vault and the locations that are going away. There's probably some sort of connection with those locations, and if they're going away as a whole, it's going to drag the maps in. I don't want to pretend to know game dev, but we do have a nice repertoire of maps. Some of them I don't love. I think Twilight Gap in Destiny 2 is shit. I think Twilight Gap was loved in the first game, but I don't think it plays very well. Even Bannerfall, people don't love this map. Exodus Blue, I mean, it's pretty but at least we have some maps that are popular, right? Javelin 4 is on here. We've got Dead Cliffs. We've got some Cauldron Burnout. Ultra Flame is pretty popular in Destiny 2. Radiant Cliffs are fine. Widow's Court is, fine as long as it's not Trials. This is big. But here's the other thing that I think is honestly bigger. Much bigger. Oh, here we go. There are a bunch of game modes being moved to the Destiny Content Vault. Supremacy's going away. Countdown. Gone. Lockdown, no one plays that. Breakthrough, no one touches it, right? Doubles is very, very slow. Doesn't play very nicely on a lot of the maps. Momentum Control and Scorched, They will return at some time in year 4, but they're going to go away when the new update drops. But this is a lot of game modes to go away. Now, a lot of them are very Slayer heavy, and even the objective ones, I don't think that they're very balanced overall. Like, unfortunately, they try to do some objective game modes that no one really plays. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because the game modes are bad or the maps and the game modes or what it is, but this is going to funnel players into Rumble, Clash, Control, even Iron Banner, and the main playlists. That's good for the players in those playlists and players as a whole because the population will just be higher. There will be less of me because there's going to be more average players in that lobby or that playlist at any one time. That means we're going to find better games, hopefully have better connections, and it's going to be an overall better experience. If you start funneling players into these lesser played playlists, they have a hard time finding games, the other playlists have a hard time finding games, and I think that this is a net win for Destiny. Okay, so another important thing here is a lot of people would enter the Destiny social mix playlist because they wanted to play Control or Clash for the most part. But they didn't want to really play Supremacy. This was like the least liked one. But what ended up happening is people who wanted to play just Control, they're fighting for player base in that game mode. And then there's the social mix one, and there's some people playing in there, they're getting Supremacy, they don't love it. Well, now what they've done is they've given 2 options here. They still have 2 options, but I feel like they're very clear choices. If you want to play Control, you can do that. If you want to just slay, you can do that. And I think that it's honestly going to have better player kind of population in both. If you don't want to play the objective, then you can just slay out, and that's way more fun for some people. Some people don't like Control. I don't like Control. I feel like there's so many games where you lose because of Control, because you can't cap the zones or whatever. And I think that's going to be a good fix, because Clash was kind of on its own in a playlist that wasn't played that much, and it was bogged down by Supremacy. So this is huge. Between the good maps, or better maps, let's say, and these changes, I think that the Crucible is going to have, hopefully a bright future. The other thing they said is we will have a full preview of Crucible changes later this season, so eventually we're going to hear about the sandbox and what they're changing, but if they can make a good sandbox, and they got the maps, and they got the game modes, I'm a happy camper. I'm not going to be complaining anytime soon. That's pretty much it, though, from me. They said that nothing's changing with Trials of Osiris. If you go Flawless, you go to Lighthouse, you do that. They haven't said anything about Trials or revamping Trials or anything like that. I know that a lot of people are not loving Trials of Osiris, so I'd love to see that go away. Or not go away, but like get fixed. I would love to see people enjoying this playlist more, but I don't know what the fix is, unfortunately. Maybe the reward structure, but anyways, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.